You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into wondrous lands whose boundaries are that of the imagination. Your next stop, the Cardone Zone.
What's going on, everybody? It's the 239. You know the routine. Let's get this going. Another fine, beautiful Monday Night Raw. Thank you for tuning in to the YouTube channel. It's your boy, it's Cardone's 239 Race Boat. Welcome to the Cardone Race Corner. Another phenomenal weekend. I mean, we just keep having these back-to-back weekends of racing. We're getting spoiled. There's so much racing, we don't even know what's going on out there. I mean, we really just gotta like take it all in. I mean, really. Everybody in the room, I want to say what's up, what's going on. Brian Baker, what's the word? Jessica Republic is in the house. Isabel Remar is in the house. We got a good night to talk about. Great Lakes Watercross had their race, which was the second round of our Triple Crown. Brought to you by Todd Zarzinski and the fellow crews out there, putting in a heavy lineup. And I have to say, we were just talking about Wild West, about how they had some tremendous numbers. I have the feeling when I was looking at it, it looked like Great Lakes Watercross had the best number turnout of their franchise so far, I believe. So we're going to check out their numbers. We also got racing coming up again. We're going to look at our schedule, go over some stuff. And remember, while we're in the live chat tonight, we got some goodie giveaways. Best part is, I'll wait till the chat gets up there and we'll start asking some questions. First person in the chat to answer it, we'll give it up to you. So it's gonna be some swag. I got some stuff. We're getting back into the routine. I know my boy Bishop over there, Wet Jet Performance, always sends me a bunch of goodie bag stuff. We give away all kinds of cool stuff. We got some new ear pods to give away. Some of those. We got these pretty gangster ass dry bags, wet dry bags. Pretty gangster. I like these. They're heavy duty. They keep your stuff dry. Almost submersible as long as you keep it rolled up pretty tight. Good for that, for keeping your valuables in there. 81 Racing hooked me up with some stuff. I got some shirts with them guys. We also got all kinds of stuff in here. PWC Bracket, you know your boy right here. We got some stuff with him. He hooked us up with some stuff. It's been a while since we give some giveaways. Boy, face shields for when you're riding. I won't put it on so you guys don't get all freaking weird. So, he's always got some pretty cool stuff. Which way is it? So we got that. It's a face mask, you know. Cover up your neck, your head, all that stuff. We got that. How many of you guys remember? How many of you guys remember these? These things were awesome. When Bishop sent me these things were freaking awesome. I might ask a question later. You guys remember that? So, tune in. Check it out. I got stuff. Man, I got a box full of stuff. You don't want to forget. Either way, getting back into the routine, giving back because we are pushing the YouTube channel. Get back to our status that we were on our Facebook before they decided to be criminals. But we're going to have some fun. I'm working on getting my platform back into bringing interviews because you guys have been noticing the platform was giving me some problems. I have figured out some situations. I'm actually going to be bringing my... If you guys remember when we did the Travis Pastrana, we had him FaceTime and I was able to stream it into the computer. So we're going to be bringing that one back in also. So... Wait, was that a grenade? That was a grenade. Todd Zarzinski. Todd needs the earbuds for P1. The 239 intro music is just fire. I appreciate it. That's my copyright-free music that I... Somehow, Facebook decided I had to pay for it, and I already paid for it, so let's go. Anyways, we're Isabel. Get your man in the room, too. I am so mad we didn't get no videos of that gangster 40-pound cup. I've been watching videos of that. I want to get my hands on it because I feel like I've got the mechanic arms and hand strength. I think I can pick that thing up and take a drink and put it back down. I think I can. Callie's in the room. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get our room, our flyer scene ready. Let's just go right into, let's do our PW file. That's not it. Where's that? What are we doing here? There it is. All right, that's incorrect, Amundo. Let's try this again. computers decided they wanted to be a little crazy. So it's that one. Nope, it's not that one. All right, because I have to use 2 different browsers, I have to switch them. So we're end of July. End of July, we just had our, what is it? Our 19th week. So let's see, we got Mid-America Naughty Water Racing. I believe that one was canceled. All right, so I believe that was canceled. Alberta was the Western Canadian Cross. I don't really follow much of that one, so I don't know. Also, Petros PNW Water X Racing. Didn't you guys get information on them guys? I didn't really see much going on. I believe Cali is the legendary Todd. We'll see. And then Clintonville, Indianapolis, which was Great Lakes Watercross. They had theirs. All right, so going into August, the first week of August, is going to be your one and only East Coast Watercross. Is going to be holding down their final round of Triple Crown. Now, remember, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but Sport Spec, the Chicken Man himself, Edworthy, donated a beautiful Sport Spec race ready HX. Well, it wasn't completely ready, but the Nickersons of Nickerson Performance have that boat and have put it back together. You reach out to Todd Sarzinski. He has the thing where you can purchase a $100 ticket and it gets you entered. I've already got a ticket in there. I'm thinking about putting another ticket in there. We were talking about the Wild West giving away their blaster for $50 tickets. This one's $100. It's a little bit more of a waffle price, but guess what? It's a full-blown race boat, HX. So reach out to Zarzinski, get you on board that one. Those proceeds will go toward the pot for the Sport Spec payout. Only if the coverage of the ski meets the criteria of what needs to be paid for first. You know how it goes. So let's hit it up. Drawing will end, I think Todd said, I think it's going to be the last race. So let's just say Plattsburgh, New York, Triple Crown, the 1st of August. So the 1st of August is the last day you can buy a ticket. So that's what, bro, Brad Nickerson is taking it to the next level. I'm going to have to, Todd, just put me in for 2 tickets. We're going to be done with this one, man. I'm going for it. One of these boats is coming back to Florida, whether it's the West Coast Blaster or the East Coast HX, bring it down to Florida. I don't care. Todd can load it up in the boat, in the trailer, and bring it down to Florida, and I will represent another HX tomorrow. All right, so what we got here? 1st of August, we got Plattsburgh, New York, round 3, Triple Crown. Possibility your boy 2-3 will be there. Don't know. I have to figure out what the schooling schedule is because the next couple of weeks was my son going to school. It's going to be tight. So I may or may not be at the next rounds. You just have to find out. Knoxville, Tennessee, American Jet Sport Association. That's going to be the 1st and the 3rd, Knoxville, Tennessee. That's another good event, too. That's going to be a good one. So the 2nd and the 3rd, which is going to be Lake Ociosos, which would be the PNW Water X Racing guys and gals. And then also 2nd, 3rd to be announced to be the Outlaw Series, Naughty Water Racing, which I don't think we have anything up to date on that one. And then Wild West is going to have their final race of the year, which I believe that's right, is going to be Sparks. We know Sparks is going to be paying in, packing. The sport guys are ready. The smack talk is full. I mean, I think it's really going down. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see what's going to happen for it. Let's keep it going. Now, a question for you guys while we have this up. We're talking about good entries. We're talking about good racing, and racing put together this year has been really fulfilled with a lot of good racing and a lot of learning curves and movements for improvement with racers and promoters, right? We can all agree on that one. Now, let's ask you a question right here in the chat. What do you think brings full lines to these events, right? Look what Todd Zarzinski has done with the 800 limited class, or 800 class, that class there. Look what Wild West has done with the sport class. We haven't seen sport racing in the West Coast in a long time. It's usually been overfilled with the ski stand-up classes. What do you think is bringing the hype of these lines? Do you really think it's the payouts? Do you think it's the track selections and layouts? Do you think it's just the general aura of the promoters, staff of the event? Or is it the race site? We can't say payouts 100% because they're not always there. But we've also seen what doing payouts can do. Prime example, Zarzinski doing that big pot. But we've also seen the East Coast guys for the sport class are showing up here and there, but they're not showing up. They had 15 at this last rate, so I would say they are still showing up. West Coast guys are still having their last 2 races, have still had heat qualifying. The first round, we had heat qualifying of the sport class. Second one, they had 15 or 16 on the line. Still good turnout. Not complaining, not bashing it. But what do you guys really believe, in your guys' opinions, is drawing the best crowds? The best racing? What do you feel is really like when you're sitting there and you're having your huddle, even at an event right now? Let's say you guys are all sitting there at the Harbor Cup, Harbor Beach. You guys are all sitting there hanging out, talking shit, all having fun, blah, blah. You know, if you guys are sitting in amongst 20 people or 10 people, your friends, you're all kicking it, and you ask this question, what do you think is going to be the number one that stands out? That's a good question. What do you think it's going to be? Isabel says social media promo and good promoters. I like that one. Isabel's right. I truly believe our promoting has put us to the next level. Social media can be the evil of all evils, but if you work it the right way, like I have used social media for exactly what we're doing right here, right now, and have capitalized it 100-fold. I have met more people in the last 5 years or 6 years of the CardoneRaceCorner than I would ever imagine meeting anywhere. I never would have been to Nevada. I never would have been to, Havasu. I never would have been to Michigan City, racing there. I never would have been to any of the Great Lakes races or East Coast Watercross, especially my Region 8 friends and family. A lot of you guys, I've been tight with and talked to on a regular basis. Never would have met that, right? So the social media promoting has really taken it to the next level. Now, with that being said, what other things could you add to the promoting of the social media? The live videos are everyone's always going to want to watch live videos. And we've seen with Charles Gunchard how much he puts in. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of money, but it is worth it. But a live stream can be decimated and destroyed with poor announcement. Someone on a mic that just bores people or doesn't know how to turn mics off or talks about stuff that the camera's not watching. Poor in sync between camera and announcer. We've seen what live streaming and announcing can do, good and bads, right? So you got to think about all those pros and cons. A good announcer coming out to work a full day's worth of racing and be on top and have the full fire all the way through isn't cheap sometimes. I can't make it to all races and work for free. You know what I'm saying? But there's that. So we have social media. What's another one? Good promoters, right? Good promoters. Now we've already proven what good promoters do for us, right? We've already done that. We've already gotten rid of almost all promoters that are in the game right now. No, don't fuck with the racers, right? Pretty much in the end of the day, that's exactly where we know and stand. And that's where it's at, right? That's the facts. What else we got? Or who are in it for the racers. Exactly. All right. So directors and promoters who are in it for the racers, right? Racing for racers by racers is the model all the way through. Now, we got to remember too, you guys, it has to be a good business plan too, right? Not everybody's just doing it to break even. It has to have an end game, right? You got to buy the merch. You got to support. You got to do this. You guys got to share. You got to put your work in, right? It is a business that has to somehow make money. It cannot always break even. You guys got to remember that too. If you want the cheap entry fees, you want the good affordable racing, then we have to continue to fill the lines and show them so that they can go to their cities at the end of their race season, because before the end of this year, they're already working on next year's venues, right? And sometimes they get contracts for 3 years and they have to do it. But in the end of the day, we still have to present a model that shows their investment into our promoters and what the city's going to gain, right? We can talk a high game of, it's going to be 50,000 people, there's going to be $100,000 worth of revenue, blah, blah, this and that, jerky jerk, side. Listen, all of us racers are trying to get to the races as cheap as possible. That's why we all invested in these rigs. That's why the biggest thing is having camping available, because I sure as hell don't want to travel 1,200 miles, spend $1,300 in fuel, and then spend another $1,200 on room and board. And then we got to do all the food and everything else. I'm not doing it. This is how it goes. Hotchkiss in the house. It's like a 30 to 40K to put on an event. So that's the stuff too. That's what we have to remember. It's always going to be a business, and we have to make sure we see it as a business. As consumers, we still want the best bang for our dollars, right? But we only get the best bang for our dollars if we continue to show up and show what we like and we don't like. No, I'm not saying go on social media and bash. I can say this one thing for sure. You know, we're talking about Isabel's social media. We haven't seen big social media bashing in a long time. Can we all can agree about that, right? We haven't seen a full-blown money pit, crazy post of just chewed up dog shit in a long time. Why? Because a lot of people are now realizing can't get away with shit no more. It's going to be seen. It's going to get caught. It's got to be taken care of. We have really eliminated a lot of cancers that just show up to cry and climb and fuss this, that, blah, blah. And that's great. That's what we wanted. We don't need that negativity, but we still need to see and talk about things that aren't beneficial to our group, our PWC world, right? The rec riders, you guys can already see the rec world has the most drama that's fueled by their own demise, right? And we had some of that craziness amongst our racing community we could ever imagine. We've got rid of it. For the majority, we've done pretty damn good. And that is us all policing ourselves. You know what I mean? Again, not being afraid to call the people out for what they are, right? We're not being dickheads, but if you're going to be an asshole, you're going to get called out like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. That's just what we don't need. We'll see what we're in here. So, going up to it. Brian says, I thought the question was what draws racers to the line. It is. It is the question. Directors promotion are in it for Steve Hodges, a good fair production. That would go right back to what we were talking about, business model as us as consumers, what I was talking about. Wally Wilden says, a little late, but here checking in Team Reckless abandonment. Bill Beard says, one more big fish we have to get rid of yet. I honestly feel like that fish is already done. I'm just saying. Bill, I already feel like that one's already gone. Hodges says it's like 30 to 40K to put on an event. And it really is. Steve Hodges says Coldplay cams. Oh my God. That CEO is done. Like I'm not even going down that rabbit hole. If you want to go down a rabbit hole, just going through TikTok, you'll see all kinds of stuff. Zarzinski says, is Sealy bringing tequila? Brian says, Steve Hodges, JR Demons in the house. All right, so that's what we're talking about, that one. So remember, I believe, all right, so just keep thinking, like these are some of the things. So we'll go back over here. Let's talk about this one. So since we're talking about big turnouts and stuff like that, all right, which way are we going? All right, so we've already got Great Lakes Watercross Triple Crown, second round. So let's just start into that one. We'll get some other questions here in a minute. Get more people in the room. I'm going to start giving away some stuff here in a minute. All right, so Triple Crown Novice 800 Limited right now, as they stand right now. So you had Gunnersville, Alabama, Harbor Beach. Caden Baldwin's out there taking a decimation. He's whooping asses. 221 points, followed up by Noah Dolly, which is still, you know, all it takes is Baldwin to have one issue, one moto. He's been staying on the podium all last two rounds. A 1-1, a 2-3. You know what I'm saying? So all it takes is Noah just to stay on that podium. He had that fifth place that really put a hurting on him. If he would have had a 3 and a 3, it would have been good. But he had a 1-1, so it put him right there for the weekend on Harbor Beach. Kyle Miller is right there, 182. Tainer is right there, 168. Cove is right there, 168 also. No, 164. And Gaber is right there at 149. So really, when you think about it, just got to show up. That mid-pack right there is anything can happen. Then we go into our Pro 800 Limited. Jay Edworthy holding it down with 226, followed up with Brian Baldwin. So if you look at Gunnersville, it was a 1-2 and a 1-8. So Baldwin had that 8th place finish right there to put a hurting on him. And then Harbor Beach, he had a 1 and a 2, and Jay had a 2 and a 1. So that was a good weekend right there. Jay had coming out there right there. So Dave Davidson with a 3-2, and Ian Smith with a 4-7. On Harbor, he had a 4 and a 5, and Ian had a 6 and a 3. So our leaders right there, 226, 203, 183, 160, 156, 153, and 133. So Andrew Bazan, Tori Snyder, Nathan Dolly, and Jason Seeley, junior right there, really need to come together. I mean, that pack right there is looking pretty decent. And our man of the whole crew, Zarzinski, having a hell of a time a 13-12 and a 12 and a 12. Man, you guys better be, I'm gonna tell you right now, at the end of this whole Triple Crown, there better be like a $500 or $1,000 side pot that's gonna give right to freaking Tarzinski's pocket through all you guys. All you guys should be chipping in to give this man work, because that dude should be at the top of the list, and he's been focusing on making this shit happen for you guys. He's and building everybody's boats, that he's not making it happen for himself. So looking good right there. A lot of people aren't showing up for well, no, some people did. Yeah, looks like a lot of people did. So Austin didn't show up. Kelly Mann didn't show up. Brad Boat didn't show up, probably 'cause he was working the whole weekend. And then Tyler Kilmick didn't show up. So it looks like we still got some people showing up all the way through it. That's the 800 limited. And then our Pro-Am Ski GP, Cannon Powell out there with a 2.6 and a 1.1. Kelly Wilcox with a 7.7 and a 3.3 is the only one showing up. Dudek out there with a broken ass back, shoulder, neck, vertebrae, discs, nerves damage, flimsy arm and wrist, still out there with a freaking 5.4. This consistency right there. Emerson King, he came and showed up with a 2, and John Orsman came with a 4. So Ski GP, I'm very disappointed, you guys. Everybody talks all that shit. And then we have our Triple Crown Sports Spec. Caden out there running it right now with a 60 point, basically an 8 lead over Tori Snyder. Tori getting that HX dialed in. So Gunnersville, he had a 7.1 and a 6.2 in Harbor Beach. Caden had a 3 and an 8 and a 2 and a 1. So Noah Dolly is right there, followed up in third with 33 points. He had a 6.4 and a 3.7, so Harbor Beach. And then Brent Hahn with a 4 and a 9 and a 5 and 8. Now Brent's had some great winning on his local region, so he's just got to continue showing up. They've got to show up Plattsburgh and put the time in. Now, how many people are going to show up Plattsburgh? Because if you look at Harbor Beach, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 boats not show up that have been in the race, right? So anything could change. I mean, really, the only thing is the top 5 right here. I think it is. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually, technically, well, 7, because I don't know why Devin's in there. But Devin can show up. Devin can probably show up to Plattsburgh in the next couple weeks and probably put some points, but not going to change up, because really we think about Caden's at 60. So Caden and Tori would have to have just a bad weekend, like DNFs. As long as they stay in the podium, they're locked in. That would be the game right there. See what the chat says. Let's see what we got here. How do we share this to Facebook pages? You just copy the link where it says share. Copy the link instead of sharing. Just copy it, and then you can post it. Jared Demons in Room. New York Country Boy. I too like stuff. Todd Copy. Oh, so I didn't see that. Callie says round 3 is double point. Oh, shoot. So round 3 is double points. Damn. So technically, Devin could show up. Let's see, where's Devin sitting at right now? Devin's sitting at 39 points. I don't know. That top 7, anything could happen. So everybody that's sitting 40 points and up. Oh, so your leader. So here, it's not in points order. So Caden's gonna be 1. Oh no, it is in order. Yeah. So that's how they're in order. So 60, 53, 33, 30. So 48. Nathan Dolly should be up there in front of Brent Hahn. So I don't know why it's like that. And Brent Hahn should be under Justin Elbin. Jake Zier should be above Justin Elbin. So the sheet's a little bit not in order. So let's figure it out. So we know Caden's leading. We know Tori's leading. Third place should be Nathan Dolly. So Nathan's in third, right? Followed up by Jake Zier. Nah, that doesn't make sense, because Jake Zier didn't race. How did he get 43 points? Something's not right. Unless these numbers right here are in the wrong spot. That's not Triple Crown standings. That is Triple Crown. This is what was sent to me. Daruka, what's going on? He would need to pass tech. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Don't you have to do all 3 rounds to be in it? I don't think so. No, you don't have... No, you got to be in it. You got to have some points. It's points chase. Ah, man, did we do it where you had to do all 3? I didn't think you had to. I thought you could... Yeah, because the last race would be double points. Dureka, thanks for showing up, man. I appreciate it. We'll have to see what's going on with that one. No, this is my Triple Crown. This is rare. 2025 Triple Crown Series Sports Spec. Gunnersville, Alabama, Harbor Beach. This is where it's at. So then we'll get out of this before we talk about it. We'll go over their page right now. We're on a Great Lakes Watercross page right here. And read what they said. Wow, what a weekend. Huge shout out. Thank you to all the racer family, friends, and local fans who came out and made this one of the for the books. Thank you, Harbor Beach, for being such a great host. We had the biggest turnout in Great Lakes Watercross history, both for a single day on Saturday and for an entire weekend. That is fire right there. That's what's going on right there. So we had some good turnout right there like we were talking about. Endurance racing, big turnout right there. Last year was all 3 to be in contention for the purse. Possibly, I think that might be what it is then, yeah. So that's that. I thought we had 1 dropout we were able to do. I don't know. Jay, were they out there with a 1-1? Good to see the endurance race out there. Yeah, you're right, BK. Brian. 4-stroke ski stocks. Good turn right there. Finlayson out there. And congratulations, Finlayson, going over and racing in the Belgian race over there. Congratulations to him. Finlayson putting in the work. What was our next big class right here? I saw here. It was pretty incredible. Veteran ski stock, Derek Powell out there with a 1-1. Mike Remar and Steve Blake. Vintage 550. You guys are coming in fast. Runabout stock. Look at these guys right here. So all the runabout guys right here and gals or whatever, you should show up to East Coast Watercross. They're paying out the runabout guys. So Alan Dolek, Malcolm Michigan with a 1-1. Jay Worthy with a 3-2. Carson Peterson with a 2-4. And Justin Gotch with a 4-3. I believe Gotch, that's his first race or maybe second race on the new boat. He's on the Yamaha too. He didn't ride the Sea-Doo unless they didn't change. I thought he was on a Sea-Doo RXPX. Kyle Nowak out there with a 5-5 and Alex Doberson with a 6-6. So a good turnout right there. 6 runabout guys. One women's runabout. Madison Elders out there with 1-1. Isabella Ganghung is out there with 2. Runabout 1100. Jason Seeley out there with a 1-1. We got videos too. Look at the sports stock class right there like we were talking about. So 12, 13. So 13 on the game, but didn't start. So technically 11 on the boat. So Caden taking a 1-5. Tori with a 7-1. Nathan with a 5-3. Jake with a 4-4. Justin with a 2-6. Joe Clark with an 8-2. And Noah with a 3-7. Brett Hahn, tough race out there. 6-8. Gary Burka with a 9-9. Jessica with a 10-10. And Sam with 11-11. Whew. Here's a big, there was the other one we're talking about. The pro run about 800. 14 on the line, man. What a race right there. 14 on the line. I mean, that's a lot of, lots of chaos out there. So Edward taking a 1-1. Brian with a 2-3. Ian with a 5-2. Matthew with a 3-5. Dave Davidson with a 4-6. Tori with a 6-7. Northrup with a 7-8. And Bazan with an 8-9. Nathan with a 14-4. Man, what a turn up that one was. So if you guys go to their page on the Great Lakes Pet Water Price right here, is everything we got. And then they have their point standing right here. Everything, this is for Great Lakes, their own point standing right now for their series. We got enough people in the room. So who in the chats, you guys got your fingers ready? In the chats, on my Facebook post last week, what was one of the items that we were giving away for tonight? First person to comment on it. Lambert, you in the room? No, that was what we were talking about tonight. Free trip to Sparks. The red dry bag was what we talked about in the opening ceremony. It was in one of my posts that we were talking about last week about tuning in tonight. A free trip to Sparks. Come on. It's useful for racing. Gotta pay attention. I'm gonna start doing this every week. I'm gonna start schooling you guys. Goggle grips. Brian Baker right there. That's we have 3D printed goggle savers. Cool play tickets. Brian Baker, we got you. What was the other item? Next person. Don't say it, Baker. Guys are slacking. Gotta pay attention to those posts. That's why I do them. Come on. Slackers, man. Rain-X. Could you boy cracking me up, bro? We're gonna talk about Rain-X in these next videos, I swear. Oh my gosh. Come on. I'll see you in the room. We'll see you in the room here in a minute. Wicked Princess is in the house. What's going on? There's one other item we were talking about for your skis. The OG239 Race Boat HX. Whew. That thing ain't never leaving the Cardone residence. I asked Todd for his video. I got Todd's video. I got Todd's videos. Sealy Jr.'s videos. Come on, people. Don't make me give it to Baker. I'm gonna give Baker both items, and you guys are gonna be upset. What does your ski sit on? Fucking amateur hour with you guys, man. Slackers. They're all going to your page. It's not. No. They don't want to lose their line in the live feedy. So what are we gonna do? Should we do Todd's or should we do Sealy? All right. Well, okay, a stand, right? But what was it about the stand? Look, Wicked Princess doesn't even. Okay. What about the stand? Thomas Lambert, man, we got these guys are amateur. Now, if I would have said, what part of the stand-up ski do you guys want? You guys all say handle pull, and we'd already be giving it away. The slides. Bill Beers. There you go. The slides. It's the stand slide protectors because we all know on our stands, they got that metal, and they beat the shit out of our hulls. Our boy Thomas Lambert has these awesome slides that snap on, and they protect your ski. Bill Beers, I got you. Baker, I got you. You guys hit me up after the show. And Isabel, I'll hook you up with a wet dry bag anyways when we send you your shirts. Hell yeah. Jet stand, y'all. Jet ski stand. Sweet. All right, going into it. Should we do Todd's or Sealy Jr.'s videos first? Rail covers. Sparks bound. Come on. What do you want to do? All right, we got Sparks. We'll talk about it in a second. We're talking about videos. All right. We'll just do Sealy's. I like his. Let's go in here. He said there was excitement in this one. So I've watched first part, Scissor Stand. What were we just talking about this? Look at this Rain-X. Rain-X your cameras, buddy. Rain-X ceramic coating. I believe I even have ceramic coating I'm giving away too. I believe I have small ceramic coating thing I'm going to give away. Coat your cameras, especially big money races. Sparks, you guys should all, I'm telling all of yous, should have Rain-X all over your GoPros, your 360 cameras, your Insta Life, whatever you got. You should ceramic coat them. And I'm talking Rain-X them the day before, Rain-X the morning you get them out, Rain-X them some more before the race, because all you gotta do is turn your head and blow them off. We want clear videos. You guys don't want to. You don't want to have water spots with the 239s just smoking you guys, and you guys can't get a clear view of it. Plattsburgh, New York, the last race of Triple Crown, there should be a ton of videos. A ton of videos. I'm telling you right now. I'll come up there and get it going too if I have to. Let's see what we got. Look how clear that water is too. Reminds me when we were racing at Sebring. You can see the ground. Is that Todd? That's like Zarzinski right there. Oh, we already know what's gonna happen here. We already know what's gonna happen here. What do you guys think is gonna happen here? Bobby's gonna wipe lenses for everyone. Before I even put this in here, what do you guys think is gonna happen? Look, you can already tell. What do you guys think was gonna happen before this even started? Look, Todd's already coming, right? Look. What do you guys think is gonna happen? You guys gotta get better in the chat, man. Chat's good. It's easy. Punt. Dude, you already know Todd is never gonna let off. I promise you Todd's not gonna let off. Todd's like, listen, that's a door open, bitch. Get out of here. You're freaking out. Look, the camera's clean now. Who's on this boat? Is this the old man, Isabel, or is this you? I think this is Sealy. Todd pops buoys. Oh yeah. I think there's DC shoes flying off in this one too. Todd kissing the buoy. Nice fast course too. I like it. Ooh, a little spinny. Good carving though on this. I like how smooth he is through this turn. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, look at that. Oh, we gotta have another drag race? Is that Todd again? Oh my God, here we go. Todd said, Oh, he went on the wrong side of the buoy. You can't do that. Oh my God, that's an automatic lap down. He said, fuck it. Fuck that buoy. Oh, dude, that's gangster. He could have pitched it in. Look. Look at the quick reaction, dude. Look at this. He's like, shit. Dude. Todd. Oh my gosh, bro. Dude, the instant before it, the quick second before that is gangster. Like, watch, you can see it in his face. Like, he was trying to get close. He said, nope, not gonna make it. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. That was wicked, bro. You know the crazy part about that one? So since he's like, Sealy had there was no room. That shit in Florida, I know about 10 racers that would have went through there and never would have went around the buoy to lap down. I promise you that. They would have made room. Probably not even hit the buoy, but they definitely would have made room. Stuffed it hard right there, do you hear it? So we're in the inside now. Ooh, that's a hard turn right there. Nice drag race though. So that inside looked good. That inside looked good. If you had the speed to get through it. That water looks amazing. Was it a little brisk cold? Inside got faster as day went on. Look at that lineup behind him. Floating buoy. Wide open. You guys remember, this is that same boat that was screaming a couple races ago that we had that video of? That water's amazing. Those are some good conditions right there. Oh, he tops the buoy. Oh, what in the world? And he's standing. I love it. That's that float. What is floating in the water? Dude, that was the craziest thing ever. don't tell me it sucked up a rope. Dude, it like totally, look, you hit it just perfect where it like dragged the weight and just said, no. Look. You're still on it, but you're standing. Hey, yeah, there goes Todd. Little splash by. Dude, they get right on top of you. Oh my God. Is that you, Isabella? This sucks. The worst is you can stand. Dude, that was the craziest thing ever. Instant showdown. Like it almost threw you, but like you had a hold of it, but you were off of it anyways. No, that's him? Look at the shoe in the back. I don't know about you guys. Can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? I don't know about you, but I am never just like, oh, you know, just, all right, let me, yeah, hey, how you doing? Yeah, all right, yeah, hey, what's going on? Dude, I am flying to get on that boat. Like, let's just think about it. Let's see how long it took to get on here. From start to finish, right? Steely's like, I hate you. All right, so 328, he falls. 328. No way. I wouldn't be looking at nobody. It is a bad spot, but where's that mug at now? Where's that arm string? Like that whistle. All right, so 350. So 338 to 355. What is that, like 30 seconds? 20 seconds, all right. Holy crap, boy. Lost his damn shoe. Dude, it's like, oh my God. Are we still lost? What are we doing this one? Don't tell me this is the rest of it. Are we looking for our shoe?
Yeah, go get my shoe.
The DC's expensive, bro. Can't go the course backwards. I swear, if you see it floating right there, I'm dying. You can just walk around. It was pretty bright. You can't miss it. Oh shit, Jade, I'm sorry, bro. You sent it to me. That's just funny as hell, bro. I'm glad you're okay though. That was a not so good spot to go swimming. That wasn't a good spot to go swimming at all. All right, let's see what Todd's got for us. Can only imagine what this is gonna be. Sleeping on the line. See who we got. That looks like Ian Smith right there. Edworthy, Torrey. Oh man, can only imagine what this is gonna do. Did you guys see Edworthy? Edworthy's like, dude, you better get out of my way. Well, look at this. Watch right here. Oh, you can't see it? All right, hold on a second. Hold on. There we go. All right. All right. Now you can see it. Amateur hour here. All right. Look at Edworthy right here. That bad boys, whoo, that puckered up the butthole. Where's he at? That's Ian right there. Jeez Louise. Oh, man. Mad props. Sarzinski. That would have been bad. He was already in the turn. Look, the boat's already set up and turning. The move he did right here literally could have thrown him off the boat. Watch how fast it turned. That one was wild, bro. Davidson right there. See? Todd getting smart. Get on the inside away from everybody. Woo! Oh my gosh. So dangerous. This shit's so wild. Look, Todd Dargan digging hard. Get in there. That's Davidson right here. That boat is hooking. Oh, red flag. You got the blood flow, man. That's chaos. One more time, just look at the chaos of that. Like, straight chaos. Wicked Person says, so many of them have been racing for more than 30 years. They got it down. Dude, it's crazy. Man, did you see Boat? He's getting a freaking enema to the face. Watch the pump wash coming off Davidson. Right here. And he's already propped up, getting ready for the turn. Watch this. Boom! Here it comes. Look at that. That's just nothing but mouthful of pump wash. That's straight pump wash right there. Davidson's boat looks good. That hook on that buoy was not nasty. Watch. In the berm and everything. See how that boat, and it was a red flag. Douched. Man. That was a good, this sucks as a red flag, but man. Gnarly conditions, bro. Gnarly. That's Joe Ruiz, not Boat. No, it's, okay, it's Joe. It looked like Boat. I thought you had a full black and red. So that was Joe. All right, my apologies. I thought it was. Chasing Racing. Who's that? Who's Chasing Racing? I know I've already said it once before. Cool footage. All right, so that's where we at right there. Now, if you guys remember, we are on the Great Lakes Watercross page. Mad shout out to those guys. Another phenomenal, great weekend. Good turnout. Awesome turnout, really. Really big turnout. And then here's our points leading for their teams. So Remarkable Racing's out there with 1412. Wicked Racing's 1377. Jet Jockey with 1335. And Prairie Motorsports with 1329. So that's pretty decent right there. Good turnout right there. With the teams. I like the teams. We were talking this before, man. If you guys just show up with your teams and put it down, that's where it's at. Pork chop boys. So that's that right there. And then obviously we have the pictures and awards and all that stuff too. And then here's what we were talking about. Some dead buoys. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 2 right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buoys. Not so good. Who owns all these? I believe. Aren't you guys doing penalty for buoys? Aren't they getting paid for them? I know P1 Aquax is doing it. So if you guys go over to the Great Lakes Watercross page, this is it right here. They have all the results that we were just talking about. It's on their page. So we go right here. So there's the series points right there. They have their team points right there. They have the Endurance Harbor Beach right there. And then, what was the other ones? Yeah, so they haven't played everything else. Yeah, Harbor Beach right there. Yep. So there's Harbor Beach. There's your results. So if you guys go to their pages, like we've talked about before, double check where your points are and everything like that. So that's where Dolly got 1. Best racing in the nation next to P1 has got to be hands down the Triple Crown Tour. I don't know, Baker, if you go to Wild West, we've been talking about them, they've got some, in their region, they've probably got some damn good racing going on right there. I know the Best of West has some great racing going on there too, but from what I've gathered so far, Triple Crown is really gathering a lot of excellent talent on the lines. As for region racing, I think Wild West has got some great racing. They're great lineups. Great Lakes is coming together, and East Coast is coming together also. I mean, really, I could say right now, I don't think that come right down. I think each region has great racing going on right now. I remember years prior, like, you know, we hate to say this, but we're going to say it, but years prior, when Pro Watercross was really on point, we had 150 entries for the weekend. We had the best racing on the coast. No one could touch when we had that racing. When that tour was really doing good and things were going smoothly, I mean, our sport class was 18 deep. Before they hogwashed up the Sport GP, 18 deep on Sport GP. Runabout box stock had minimum 12 racers on the line all the time. Ski class, there was tons of ski classes. They were huge. I mean, big turnout, and that was the best racing around because there really wasn't many regions out there doing it. I have to say now in the last 3 years, our local regional racing has premiered above, almost beating Havasu level racing. I mean, if we can get the numbers, if all the regions can continue to stay above 95 entries, potentially they can beat Havasu racing quality, right? Because Havasu has kind of fell off of having that World Finals premier racing because it really isn't the World Final premiere. It's kind of dimmed off as a week-long racing tour. Our local racing, I believe, has come to a point where it's premier. The state of watercross racing is growing in the U.S. A1 Racing, Naughty Water Racing is good racing. Jamie says 277 entries for the weekend in Harbor Beach. 277? Oh, is that combined? So that's all. That's not 277 individual racing. So that's total entries. Like, let's say I raced 5 different races. That considers as 5 entries, correct, Jamie? Either way, 277 entries for the weekend of racing. That's phenomenal, dude. That's huge, dude. Regional racing is better than Havasu. I just said that. I think it is. So right here, it's Great Lakes Watercross's main website. Check it out. Another clean website that we were talking about going into it. And then we were talking about the PWC racing schedule right here. If you guys looked at it right here, Race of Sparks, we were just talking about this. So here's Wild West. They're coming up. Sparks, round 5. From what I gather, if you guys saw it, big money's being put out there. Sparks, 500 donated Bullet Racing. So we got that going together. 4,500 for Ski GP payout, guaranteed. Sparks Marina, Sparks Nevada. $4,500 and counting for Ski GP payout right there. I mean, that's big money right there, dude. Where's the Ski GP people right there? That's huge money right there. 500 Doma by Fast Power Sports. That's going to be for, what class is that going to be? Just another 500 donated. I mean, this is a really cool venue. I loved it here. Awesome venue. Just nice. It was pretty freaking awesome. Big money. They got big money going out there right now. No BS or fine print. First place 2,000, 1250, third 750, 300, 200. And that's for Ski GP. Ian Roberts taking it home. $3,000. Quick Change Liquid Energy. They donated. A lot of people are donating right here, man. So I'm just saying, if you're going to get into it, show your ass. Registration has now opened up for that one. I mean, dude, big money coming in there. And in here we have the WNX guys. So here, let's read it right here. We're so excited to announce the Ski Grand Prix Shootout overall prize at up to $4,500 and counting for the 25 season finale at Sparks Marina in Sparks, Nevada. This is going to be the largest ski GP turnout in the country, not including World Finals. And with a turnout like that, we only feel it's necessary to offer a payout that reflects. Any expert or pro level racer is welcome. Any amateur, woman, or veteran GP racer who wants to try and compete must be approved by the race director, Deegan Newton, prior to registering. 4 long 12-minute plus 1 lap motos to determine the winner. Unless there is more than 15 racers, then there will be a heats and LCQ on Saturday. And the main event on Sunday, Olympic style, lowest scoring wins, payout guaranteed to the top 5. Swipe to see the full prize money breakdown. Thank you so much for the sponsors and supporters for making this showdown happen. Quick Change Liquid Energy, the best energy drink ever. Thank you for contributing $3,000 toward this event. Thank you to the Homologated Aftermarket Hall Manufacturing for sponsoring an additional $500 each toward this race. Fast Power Sports, Commander, and Bullet Racing. Look at the freaking the Aftermarket Hall guys tuning in right there. That's where it's at. We can't wait to see which hall and rider claims the top step of the podium and gets the bragging rights heading into the prestigious World Finals in October. If you or your company want to contribute additional prize money towards the Ski GP race, 100% of the money will go towards the overall pot. As of now, $4,500 is guaranteed and counting. Get you some of that. Now, we were just talking about giving back to the racers. There is seen, like right now, we're right there, the Aftermarket Hall guys. What am I seeing to get my money's worth in return? Big number turnout. Jamie says 270 total entries, 117 registered racers. That's still phenomenal, Boat. The Boats, that is phenomenal. 117 red racers, right? And then 277 totaled entries. Man. Nice. That is a freaking, and there's a blaster raffle at this one also too. Also, the last race at Triple Crown, we already talked about that one, is a raffle off for a race boat. Nickerson's building one badass boat. Don't make me take it home. Don't make me put a bunch of money in there and take it home, because I will. I'll bring a Nickerson boat down here. I would love to have me a Nickerson performance boat down here. Or a blaster on the West Coast. I second, let's see. Zarzinski says, dude, that Joker buoy needs to be in every race. I second Zarzinski's JetX Joker buoy comment. Man. Blaster, just the raw talent. These guys are awesome to watch. Definitely have to tune into more of West Coast racing. All right. I mean, really, right here, Wild West really putting it together, are really trying to make a stand, you guys. Like we were talking this before, if you're not able to even race, like if you're in the area or you know so much travel in there and you can't race, just go there and help, support, be there. Show up in powder, because when I was there, I talked to 3 different news groups, was on 3 different news channels, talking to them and talking about how many people travel from so far. And the biggest question was like, why bring so many people from such far regions? And it's just racing, man. It's the quality of people and the quality of time. That goes back to the beginning of the show, what I was saying. What do you think brings these people to these lines, right? To 117 registered racers, 277 total entries. That's big money right there. Why do you think these people are showing up to these events? And these are the things and questions as promoters you should be looking at. Why are people showing up to my events? You should have open comments for, suggestion boxes at each of your events, or at the end of the year you should put an email out, because at the end of the year you should probably have everybody contact information email and send out a mass email thanking everybody that showed up and putting out an open suggestion box. What could we do better? What are your thoughts and opinions? And then taking it and absorb it in. You never know what you could hear and what you could add, and it could be a next level. Just look at Todd has done building this 800 class into the next level. You know what I mean? A lot of things are going to things that most people never would have expected. So that we got that one. All right, so we go over to P1. We know what's coming up in P1, coming up right here. If we go to this page right here, the 8th and the 10th of August, going back to Sheboygan, they're going to be a big event here. P1 has had 2 phenomenal weekends. First race was a little sketch, a little rough. Got to dust off the cobwebs. Kissimmee looked great. Sheboygan looking like we're going to have another good one. And then we're going to be bringing it right to the hot, crazy season of the year, We're going into Clearwater, right following up in August after the 8th and 10th, going to the 22nd, 24th into Clearwater, and then rolling into St. Pete in September. 2 awesome stops. Clearwater gets hot, and anything can change on the Clearwater. It could be flat as ice in the beginning and then turn into rollers, so we never know what these are going to be. So P1 looking good and fresh on that one too. In East Coast, we've already talked about them coming up. Our last final race at Triple Crown coming up. That's going to be not last round, but the last round of Triple Crown will be August 1st and 3rd. And then the 22nd and 24th will be Watkins Glen, which will be the IGSBA 2-Stroke Nationals. And then their final race will be at Sylvan Beach. So, going to be good, man. If you guys think about it, it's really looking like a phenomenal weekend. A season. We got a ton of racing in. We've had a lot of experience, fun, good things, good topics. What else? Gary Hobland Jr. We talked about him last week on P1. Hasha says Lock Haven PA wanted us back before racing started and followed up on Monday with a guaranteed date for 2026. That's where it's at right there. That's what you want to have when your cities, when they want you back. Heck yeah. Tons of spectators in New Orleans P1 race. Russo's in the room. Freaking Russo. I was talking good about you last week too, and you weren't even in the room. Russo showing up, man. Russo Marine Performance. All right. I think that's it, man. We've cranked out another 60-minute over here on the Cardone's Race Corner. I think we talked about some good stuff. Tune in next week. Again, we'll be giving away some cool stuff. Baker, reach out to me. Bill Beers, reach out to me so I can get your information forward over, and we'll get your stuff sent over. I think that's it. I mean, is that everything? Any questions? Yellow card. Oh my gosh, yellow card. It's so funny. Jamie Bowett says, big payout event in 2026. Battle at Williamsburg, Virginia National Championship event. Labor Day weekend. Jamie, you guys saying a national championship, is that within your own region? Is that what you guys are doing? What? Well, we'll have definitely more to talk about next week. As always, you guys know the routine. It is a 239. It is the Cardone's Race Corner. We're bringing you the best information. You bet. 3-year deal. They're big money. You know the routine. Catch you on the flip side. Till next time. Hoorah!